Good afternoon, children.
Afternoon, ma'am.
We were discussing about biological magnification in the previous class. One of you tell me the definition for biological magnification so that we can proceed to the next topic. Who will tell me?
Increasing the
Yes.
increasing the concentration of the harmful chemicals in the body of living organisms at successive trophic level of food chain is called as.
Excellent. What happened? You learned it or you are reading from somewhere? No?
No. I look.
Okay,
No.
very good. Very good. Okay. Atulya, just repeat it.
It is a progressive accumulation of non-biodegradable chemicals in living organisms in a food chain.
It's known as biological magnification. So today what we are going to learn is about ozone depletion. Did we learn about ozone depletion? No. Did we?
No, ma'am.
No. Now we are going to learn about different pollution problems. You know that human beings, it is due to the intervention or due to human activities that pollution is on rise now. Pollution is increasing day by day, and the main reason is human beings. We are polluting our environment. And finally, what happens? Environment also will change. And the environment will not become favorable. If we are polluting the environment, definitely the environment will change, and the changed environment can have negative impact on all the living things. So today we are going to learn about two such problems, two environmental problems caused by human activities. Our activities change the environment around us. When we change our environment, the changes in the environment can affect us. Clear? So by our activities, by different activities, we are polluting the environment. We are changing the environment, and then the environmental changes will affect us. So we have to be very careful. We are polluting, we are damaging the environment, and after effects of the same is also, or after effects of the same are affecting human beings. So we have to be more careful. In this chapter, we'll be learning about two such environmental problems created by human intervention or human activities. The first one is ozone depletion, depletion of the ozone layer. Second one, waste disposal. So these two problems we will be discussing in detail in this under environmental problems, or under this heading, we'll be discussing about two such environmental problems in detail. Let us begin with ozone depletion. Deplete. Ozone depletion means damaging of the ozone layer. Depletion of the ozone layer. Ozone. The formula for ozone is O3. 3 atoms of oxygen are combined to form ozone. It's a molecule formed by 3 atoms of oxygen. You know that oxygen, O2, formed by combining 2 atoms of oxygen. O2 is lifesaver. It's a life-saving gas. Without oxygen, we cannot survive. Except some anaerobic organisms, all the other living organisms need oxygen or O2 to survive. We can't imagine a world without oxygen. We won't be able to survive. Whereas ozone, formed by an additional oxygen atom. So O2 has got 2 oxygen atoms, whereas O3 is having 3 oxygen atoms. And this ozone, made up of 3 atoms of oxygen, is a deadly poison. Whereas O2, it helps us to survive. It helps us to breathe. Without oxygen, you cannot survive. On the other hand, O3 is a deadly poison. But ozone is present at higher levels of the atmosphere. We are not getting exposed to ozone, or there is no direct exposure to this ozone layer. It's present at higher levels of the atmosphere. And when it is present in those higher levels of atmosphere, they serve, or this ozone layer serve an important function. The ozone layer serves an important function. Can anybody tell me what is the important function performed by the ozone layer, or why is it so useful to us, or why the damage of ozone layer is a cause of concern? Why we are so much worried about the depletion of the ozone layer?
Ma'am, because it protects from ultraviolet rays.
Exactly. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiations. What happens if we are exposed to UV rays?
Our body will burn.
Body
No,
burn.
Yes.
One marks will come.
Burn.
Marks.
Damage at body.
You are saying maybe sunburn, or is that the one?
Yes, ma'am.
It can cause even skin cancer,
Skin can
cataract. It can affect the productivity of plants. So many health impacts, negative impacts on our health will be there. Or if we are exposed to these harmful UV rays, or long exposure to these UV rays can cause several harmful impacts on our health. It can cause dangerous diseases like skin cancer. It can cause eye diseases like cataract. And not only human beings, other living organisms are also affected by these harmful ultraviolet radiations. It shields the Earth's surface from UV rays or ultraviolet radiations. In the figure, you can see sun is emitting not only UV rays, you know that spectrum of light. So many radiations are there, but some are harmful, some are useful. So when the UV rays falls on the Earth's surface, the ozone layer covering the Earth's surface is protecting us. And you might have read about ozone depletion in newspaper or through different media. You might have heard about ozone depletion or ozone hole. Actually, it is not a hole, but the thinning of the layer. The ozone layer becomes very thin due to some chemicals or pollutants released into the atmosphere. So when this ozone layer becomes thin, these UV rays will be able to reach the Earth's surface, and they can affect the living things on Earth. But normally, this ozone layer protects us from harmful ultraviolet radiations, and earlier reports were there regarding the depletion of the ozone layer. But last year, we all heard a glad news that the ozone layer is healing on its own. And maybe in the near future, it will become much better, and we'll be able to, or we will be protected from all these harmful UV radiations. So once again, ozone is a molecule formed by three atoms of oxygen. Whereas oxygen, O2, which is formed of two atoms of oxygen, is essential for respiration by aerobic organisms. There are a few anaerobic organisms, certain bacteria and all are there, who can survive in the absence of oxygen. But majority of the organisms are aerobic and they need oxygen to survive. And on the other hand, ozone is a deadly poison, but it is not affecting us because it is present in the higher layers of the atmosphere. There they perform an important function. Very important. It shields or protects the Earth's surface from the harmful UV radiations emitted from the sun. Now let's see how UV rays lead to the formation of ozone. And one more point, this we already learned. UV radiation is highly damaging. It can cause diseases like skin cancer in human beings. Now, you know that ozone layer is protecting us from the harmful UV rays. But ozone is formed with the help of UV rays. Let's see how it is happening. UV rays will act on oxygen molecule. UV rays, you should not get confused between both. Ozone layer is protecting us from harmful ultraviolet radiations, but actually ozone is formed with the help of UV rays. So what UV rays do? When it falls on or when it combines with oxygen molecule, it will split this oxygen molecule into oxygen atoms. It will split two atoms of oxygen together forms oxygen molecule. They together form oxygen molecule, but in presence of UV rays, they will split into oxygen atoms. And when this oxygen atom, one of this oxygen atom combines with O2 or oxygen molecule, it will form ozone. The formula given in your textbook also you should learn. So here you can see this is oxygen. It is split by UV rays into oxygen and oxygen, means oxygen atoms. And when this oxygen atom combines with an oxygen molecule O2, it will form ozone consisting of 3 atoms of oxygen. I am repeating again, children. Ozone layer is protecting us from the harmful UV radiations. But another point to note is that ozone layer is actually formed with the help of ozone. Clear? There should not be any confusion. Ozone layer is protecting us from harmful UV radiation. But actually, how is this ozone layer formed? With the help of UV rays. When UV rays fall on oxygen atom, oxygen molecule, it will split into oxygen atoms. And when this oxygen atom combines with O2 or oxygen molecule, it will form 3 atoms. And that is ozone. So this oxygen atom 1 and here 2. So total 3. 3 oxygen atoms will combine together and form ozone molecule. Okay, children, have you understood?
Ma'am, it is formed by that is.
Yes.
Ozone depletion is formed by radiation.
I'm not able to understand what you're saying.
Ozone depletion is formed by
ozone.
Ma'am said that ozone depletion is formed by that.
Just wait. I'll stop sharing and then I will clear your doubt. I'm not able to follow. Not to worry. I'll help you. And here, the high energy UV radiations. Just a minute. I'll come to this. Repeat the process. UV radiation is highly damaging and it can cause diseases like skin cancer, cataract, etc. in human beings. It also affects other living organisms. And ozone is meant for protection, or it will protect us from the harmful ultraviolet radiation. But ozone is formed as a product or by the action of UV rays. UV rays will act on O2 or oxygen molecule, will split it into oxygen atoms. And when this free oxygen atoms combine with molecular oxygen means O2. Oxygen atom means O. Oxygen atom is represented as O. Molecular oxygen, O2. 2 atoms of oxygen, they will form ozone. And when we use synthetic chemicals like CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, these are used in refrigerants, air conditioners, then fire extinguishers, and chlorofluorocarbons are released from these devices and they can pollute. When they are released into the atmosphere, they can damage the ozone layer. When CFCs are released, these substances, these CFCs will affect or will result in the depletion of the ozone layer. And once ozone layer is depleted, UV rays will be able to reach the Earth's surface easily, and it will cause damage to the living organisms. Depletion of ozone layer would cause skin cancer in men and animals and severe damage to the plants. Here you can see regular exposure to these UV rays can cause skin cancer, and it can even cause cataract. It causes the clouding of your lens. The lens in your eye will get clouded, resulting in cataract. And we have UV like umbrellas and even sunglasses with UV protection. They claim like that. The manufacturers claim that it provide protection, but we don't know how far it is true, how far it is effective. But definitely when the ozone layer is there, it will help us in protecting from these harmful UV rays. And I told you already, even though the ozone depletion was taking place at a very rapid rate. Last year, we heard a good news that the earth is healing, or the ozone layer is healing on itself, and there had been much improvement in the ozone layer. So the synthetic chemicals which affect the ozone layer, which results in or which leads to ozone depletion is chlorofluorocarbon or chlorofluorocarbons. They cause depletion in the ozone layer. This chemical is being used in fire extinguishers, refrigerants as a cooling agent, and it has been banned. Like devices cannot use these substances as a cooling agents. They have substituted it with better eco-friendly alternatives. So I'll repeat all the points once again. We learned about ozone layer. Ozone layer or ozone is a molecule consisting of 3 atoms of oxygen. It's a deadly poison. Ozone, O3 is a deadly poison, whereas O2 is a life-saving gas, or it helps us to survive. In the absence of oxygen, you can't even imagine a life, you can't even imagine about life existing on Earth's surface. Whereas ozone is a deadly poison, but at higher levels of the atmosphere, ozone serves an important function. It protects us from the harmful UV rays. If we get exposed, or if you're exposed to these UV rays, it can lead to cataract, skin cancer, etc. And it can be highly damaging to plants and other organisms. Then we learned how it is formed. An equation is given in your textbook. Here also you can see oxygen will be split by UV rays into oxygen atoms. And when these free oxygen atoms combine with molecular oxygen, it will form ozone. Once again, when molecular oxygen or O2 is split by UV rays, it will form oxygen atoms, free oxygen atoms. When this free oxygen atom combines with molecular oxygen or O2, it will form ozone consisting of 3 atoms of oxygen. Okay. And the main substance or the synthetic chemical that can lead to ozone depletion, or that has already led to ozone depletion, is chlorofluorocarbon. These are used as cooling agents in refrigerants and also in fire extinguishers. So this can lead to decline in the ozone layer, and these substances had already been banned. And in 1987, UNEP or United Nations Environment Program, UNEP.
Ma'am.
UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. You want me to expand it? United Nations Environment Program. environment program they have, or this program succeeded in, or this organization succeeded in forging an agreement. They have signed an agreement so as to stop or freeze the production of CFC at 1986 levels. Okay. So new devices or new such apparatus or new such devices cannot use this substance or this chemical as a refrigerant or cooling agent. And chlorofluorocarbons are already substituted by some eco-friendly substances or eco-friendly chemicals. When compared, the harm will be less. But this one, CFCs, if they are used, they can deplete the ozone layer and can be highly damaging to the living organisms. So in 1987, United Nations Environment Program, they signed an agreement to freeze the production of CFC at the levels of, or at 1986 levels. Okay. Then, all these points I said, it can cause skin cancer and severe damage to the plants. Okay, children. Fizan, what were your doubts? You had some doubts, no?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I clear, ma'am. I asked that. And this no.
Yes, Fizan.
Ma'am, that UV, it is controlled by that. Ozone depletion. Ozone is formed by that. I asked.
What do you want to know?
Ma'am, I asked the ozone is formed by.
What leads to ozone depletion?
No. What is ozone is formed
How
by that?
the ozone is formed.
How is ozone formed?
And that ma'am told that clear in class. I heard.
And I should understand the question, only then I can answer. You relax and tell me. You want to know how ozone is formed? Yes. Okay, I will repeat it again. Okay. See, when UV rays act on oxygen, oxygen molecule, O2, molecular oxygen. When UV rays act on molecular oxygen, that is consisting of two oxygen atoms, they will split into free oxygen atoms. O2 will change into O plus O, oxygen molecule. That is O2 will split into O plus O, that is free oxygen atoms. And how this happens? By the action of UV rays. Now, what is the next step? This oxygen atom or these oxygen atoms will combine, each one will combine with molecular oxygen or O2. That will result in the formation of a molecule with three oxygen atoms, which you call as ozone. Okay, Fizan? Once again for you. Fizan?
Yes, ma'am.
UV rays will split O2 or molecular oxygen into O plus O, or else you can say free oxygen atoms. And these free oxygen atoms will combine with molecular oxygen and form ozone. Ozone, how many oxygen atoms are present, Fizan? How many oxygen atoms are present in ozone?
Three.
Very good. Okay. Now, can we summarize the points learned?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, before I proceed, I will call out some names. You know why I'm calling out these names. Ashik, Alisha, Kshetra, Maria, Rachel George, Jesslyn. Okay, I will not mark attendance. It's your decision now. Okay, I have told you earlier also, it is not optional, it is compulsory. And still, if you have decided to turn your video off, whether to give attendance or not, I can decide. No, you are deciding whether you should turn your video on or not. So attendance part, I will decide. Agreed? Balanced, no? Because you don't care for your teachers. They are repeating every now and then. Some are least bothered. Yes, no, Abin? What is the answer for what is meant by ozone depletion? What is meant by ozone depletion? Unmute. What is ozone depletion?
Ma'am, when UV rays act on,
Oh, listen, just one line. You expand the term. What is ozone depletion?
depletion of
Ah,
ozone.
ozone? Ozone? Ozone will form a? It forms a? Where can you find ozone? What is its advantage?
Ma'am, it protects us from UV rays.
Yes, it will form a layer around the earth, a covering for the earth. So ozone depletion means the depletion of the ozone layer, which protects us from the harmful UV radiations. Okay. What is the chemical formula for ozone? Raya, what is the chemical formula for ozone?
O3.
O3 means? O3 means? It consists of? It consists of? It is made up of what?
Oxygen.
How many?
3
Three what? Three?
molecules of
Is it molecule? Ozone is a molecule. It consists of three. Who will help her?
Oxygen atoms.
Three atoms. Okay, Raya? Ozone is a molecule consisting of three atoms of oxygen. Okay. O plus O plus O. O3 or ozone. Now, ozone is considered as a deadly poison. Why it is not affecting us, Sania? Even though it is a deadly poison,
higher atmosphere.
it is present at higher layers of the atmosphere. And what is the important function served by it, Lena?
Protect us from UV rays.
Harmful UV rays. If we are exposed to UV rays, Shania, what will happen if we get exposed to these UV rays?
Ma'am, we will
Ah,
skin cancer and
skin cancer, cataract, etc. And it can be highly damaging for other organisms, including plants. Then, what causes? Tell me the name of the synthetic chemicals that can lead to or that cause ozone depletion. Meghna. Unmute.
No question.
Name the synthetic chemicals that cause ozone depletion. What it is? Why so much time? Only one we learned.
Skin cancer.
Did you hear my question, Meghna? Skin cancer is a chemical, synthetic chemical.
Cause.
Yes.
Cause.
Gautam, Meghna, listen, you will have to repeat.
Yes, ma'am.
Name the chemical that can cause ozone depletion.
Ma'am, chlorofluorocarbon. Carbon.
FC. Chlorofluorocarbons. Meghna, repeat. For that only you said skin cancer, Meghna. Tell me. Name the chemical.
Chlorofluorocarbon.
Chlorofluorocarbons. Where are they used? Normally, where are they used, Sean? Where are they used?
Ma'am, in refrigerators and fire.
Refrigerants, that is as cooling agents, and also as
Fire.
also in fire extinguishers, and the production of CFC has been banned so that ozone layer will not be affected. Then, how is ozone formed? How is ozone formed? Isha, how is ozone formed? First line. How is ozone formed?
Formed by 3 atoms of oxygen.
Once again.
Formed by 3 atoms of oxygen.
We know, but how is it formed? How many times I repeated it? Who will help? Who can say? Srihari. This is what I was saying so far, Isha. And Fizan had doubt. I explained again. Srihari, how is
Ma'am,
ozone formed?
UV split the oxygen molecule into oxygen
Into
atoms.
2 oxygen atoms. And then
Then
these
these atoms combine with another oxygen molecule to form
oxygen,
ozone.
oxygen
Oxygen.
molecule to form ozone. Isha, repeat.
Ma'am, UV rays split into 2 atoms of oxygen and
By the action of oxygen molecule will split into 2 oxygen atoms by the action of which radiation?
UV.
UV rays. Then second step.
They add up with the molecule of oxygen.
These free oxygen atoms will combine with, each of them will combine with oxygen molecule to form ozone. Hope you have understood the topic covered, and now Swati can take the seminar. Over to Swati.
Ma'am, can you see?
Yes, we can.
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm going to take seminar on the topic nutrition in plants. Green plants are autotrophs and they synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis. The plants prepare their own food using simple inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. This process is known as photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis is commonly written as 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. This means that the reactants 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 6 water molecules are converted by light energy captured by chlorophyll into sugar molecule and 6 oxygen molecule, the products. Where does photosynthesis actually takes place? If we see the cross section of a leaf, we will find the cells with green color structures called chloroplast. This is the exact site of photosynthesis. Raw materials required for photosynthesis: sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. The exposure of leaf surface to the sun enables it to get enough sunlight for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide enters the leaf through small pores called stomata present on the underside of the leaves. Water is absorbed by the soil from the soil by the roots. These are the 3 steps of photosynthesis. First is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conversion of light energy into chemical energy, and splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. The third one is reduction of stomata. Stomata are tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. This stomata enables gaseous exchange. Stomata in plants are enclosed by green bean-shaped cells called guard cells. When the water flows into these, the guard cells will swell, causing the stomatal pore to open. When the water flows out, the guard cells will shrink, causing the stomatal pore to close. These are the 2 functions of stomata. It helps in the exchange of gases and it helps in transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of the leaves. Plants also require other raw materials such as nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and magnesium for building their body. The plants take these materials from the soil. Nitrogen is an essential element used by the plants to make proteins and other compounds. Thank you.
Okay, Swati. Swati, but the steps and all you explained, the steps in photosynthesis?
No, didn't explain.
See, when you say nutrition in plants, you need to mention about the different steps involved, the equation, the different raw materials, all that need to be mentioned. Okay. Swati, got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, what you have prepared, what you have presented is good. The suggestion is that when you take a particular topic, see that no important points are missed out. So nutrition in plants is by means of photosynthesis. So it is very important that you mention the details of photosynthesis. Okay, next time, take care. Okay, Swati?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, well done. But if those points were also included only, that it will get that complete. We'll feel that the topic is complete. Okay, that's why. So others also take care. So when you are taking a topic, see that you include all the necessary details. Thank you, children. See you next
Thank you,
class.